let's talk about something many people feel, but struggle to explain. If you've ever been in a relationship where you felt drained, confused, emotionally exhausted, or like you slowly disappeared, this video is for you. Narcissists don't form relationships the way healthy people do. They don't connect for mutual growth. They connect for supply. Today, we're going to break down exactly how narcissists use their supply, what that looks like in real life, and why so many intelligent, empathetic people get trapped in these dynamics. And I want to say this clearly from the start. If you stayed longer than you should have, if you kept hoping things would change, if you blamed yourself, that does not mean you were weak. It means you were manipulated. Narcissistic supply is emotional fuel. It can include attention, admiration, validation, control, emotional reactions. Supply is what regulates a narcissist's fragile sense of self. For example, a narcissist may provoke an argument, not because they want resolution, but because your anger confirms their importance. Or they may withhold affection until you start chasing them, because your pursuit reassures them they still have control. Positive attention is supply. Negative attention is supply. Your tears, your fear, your confusion, those are all forms of supply. This is why trying to talk things out with a narcissist often makes things worse. You think you're communicating. They think they're feeding. Narcissists lack a stable internal sense of identity. Without external validation, they experience emptiness, irritability, rage, anxiety. For example, when a narcissist senses you pulling back emotionally, spending less time, responding less intensely, they may suddenly become dramatic, angry, or overly affectionate. Not because they miss you, but because their supply is threatened. Supply is how they self-regulate. Without it, they unravel. Narcissists don't target just anyone. They look for people who are empathetic, emotionally available, loyal, forgiving, self-reflective, willing to give second chances. For example, they may ask deep personal questions early on, not to bond, but to gather information. They notice what hurts you, what you fear losing, how you respond to guilt. They often choose people who grew up having to earn love, because those people are more likely to overfunction in relationships. They don't choose you because you're weak. They choose you because you're valuable and exploitable. In the idealization phase, the narcissist floods you with attention. Examples include constant texting or calling, over-the-top compliments, rapid emotional intimacy, talking about the future very early. They may say things like, "You're different from anyone I've ever met. I've never felt this understood. You're my soulmate." This creates emotional dependency. The goal isn't love. The goal is attachment. Once attachment is established, devaluation begins. Examples include backhanded compliments, subtle criticism disguised as jokes, withholding affection, moving goalposts, comparing you to others. You may notice you start apologizing more, even when you don't understand what you did wrong. You may feel like you're walking on eggshells. This is intentional. Insecure people are easier to control. At this stage, narcissists actively provoke emotional reactions. Examples include ignoring messages to create anxiety, suddenly becoming distant, flirting with others or triangulating, accusing you of things you didn't do. Your emotional reactions, panic, anger, pleading, become their supply. They feel powerful when they can destabilize you. They are not confused. They are strategic. Eventually, the narcissist either discards you or keeps you in rotation. Examples of discard: sudden coldness, ending the relationship without explanation, blaming you entirely. Examples of rotation: breadcrumbing, reappearing when they need attention, keeping you emotionally attached but distant. To them, relationships are interchangeable. People are resources. Leaving isn't hard because you're weak. It's hard because of trauma bonding. Examples include feeling relief when they show small kindness, obsessing over their approval, remembering the good moments more than the bad. Your nervous system becomes conditioned to chaos. You're not addicted to the person. You're addicted to the cycle. Healing begins when supply ends. This may look like no contact, low contact, emotional detachment, not to punish them, but to protect yourself. When you stop reacting, you stop feeding the dynamic. Your empathy was never the problem. The problem was giving it to someone who exploited it. If this video helped you understand something you've been struggling to explain, you're not alone. Awareness is the first step toward freedom.